First of all, let me apologize for not doing this sooner, but I realized it had been like 7 months since I did like an update video on the setup here. I've had a couple of people that said it was a good looking setup, and I really appreciate that. I do, honestly, because it's just honestly thrown together. But I have made some changes, and a couple of those changes have been for personal reasons, and other changes have been for necessity. Let's call it that. First of all, I'm still running the RCI 2980. I love this radio. It's been foolproof. I know, from what I'm told, it's over 20 years old. I don't know. I'm not sure. But it's been a great piece to me. I love it. It's not let me down. I've not had any major issues with it. The receive is good on the radio. The output is excellent on the radio. And it's one of those things that I've wanted for a long time. And I have a really good friend that sent this thing my way, and you guys would kill me if you knew what I had in it. So we're just going to leave it at that. But all I can say is I'm absolutely blessed to have this radio. It is like the crown jewel in this collection that I have, and it's never going anywhere. I'm still also running my PDC 600 tri-bank meter setup. SWR works great. Modulation meter works excellent. The RF power output, I'm a little skeptical about. I want to say that it's doing the right thing, but we all know that these meters can sometimes be stingy. This is by no means a show meter like they usually have in radio shops. I'm sorry if you own a radio shop. That's just how I see it. I've bought several pieces from shops that do this on their meter. I get home and it's not doing exactly the same thing on my meter or any of my friends' meters when I get there. So you can't tell me you don't have show meters. Outside of that, everything's working great. I'm still utilizing the PowerMax 55 amp power supply to push an amp that it should not be pushing, but it's going to have to for a little while. Should start me a Patreon or something. Stuff's expensive, man. A couple of changes I made. I am no longer running the Texas Star 350, and let me explain why. I have nothing but love for the Texas Star company after they rectified what I'm getting ready to tell you. I do believe that Texas Star and Galaxy could do a better job of finding retailers that'll stand behind their products when they sell them. I ran the amp on about 200 watts, what it was showing on the tri-bank anyway, and it came up one morning and would not power on. I contacted the shop where I bought it from, told them about it because I'd only had it a week. I had all the paperwork, still had the box, everything, receipt, whole 9 yards. The shop, which is a Galaxy Electronics certified repair shop or whatever, and I was told that they would not stand behind it. Now, I was also told that it would have to go back to Texas Star, which, if I'm not badly mistaken, is Galaxy Electronics. So if you're a Galaxy technician, why in the hell can't you work on a Texas Star product? Same company. Anyway, long story short, I contacted Texas Star. They were great. I paid to get it out there to them. It was somewhere in California. The only drawback is that they did have it for 2 solid months. Come to find out, it was a cold solder joint inside, and also the keying relay, for some reason, just decided it didn't want to work anymore. Outside of that, they shipped it back. They shipped it back to me better than I shipped it to them. I mean, they had it. I had put it in packing peanuts and whatnot. They had wrapped it up in not only packing peanuts, but they had a piece of foam rubber wrapped around the box that was inside of the other box. I mean, they were great people. Needless to say, when I got it back, I put it back in line. The thing worked amazing. I had no problems with it, but I just wanted to move up to a bigger piece. Anyway, I sold that to a good buddy of mine. He's using it. He's loving it. And I stepped up to a Palomar 600. Palomar is doing on the medium side over here about 350 to 450, somewhere in there. And that's plenty for what I'm doing right now. I'm not trying to do that whole Super Bowl crap or have the biggest radio on the block. I just want to be able to get out to the West Coast if the Skip's rolling and I feel like talking Skip. Skip to me anymore is more of a nuisance at times. I'm not calling it a nuisance all the time. There's been times that I've talked, there's stations out there that I talk to in Texas all the time. I don't want to name drop, but there's a great guy that lives out there in Tyler, Texas that I enjoy talking to. When Mother Nature opens that window and lets me do so. And there's stations up in Ohio and down in Louisiana. And there's one good fella that I used to love to talk to, and I will say his name because I've been very concerned about him because I hadn't heard him in a long time, but Triple Nickel out of Arkansas. I hope he's healthy, and I hope he's doing very well because he was such a nice guy to talk to. Okay, then we come to the Delta M2 microphone that I was all hot and bothered about. Turns out the Delta M2 is a great piece. It's well made except for the mic cable itself. The mic cable for the Delta M2 is extremely rigid. It is extremely rigid. I mean, it's almost hard plastic rigid, coiled hard plastic rigid. But the wires inside are a little less than. Needless to say, it's given me problems twice. All right, it's actually right now it's over on another bench where I'm thinking about converting it to a boom mic. Whether that happens or not, we will see. But I have moved on from that, even though it's still going to be used, but just not right now. But for now, I'm using a beautiful a static D104 Silver Eagle, baby. That Silver Eagle is an amazing mic. And I've been told by a lot of people that this is the loudest damn thing that I've ever had in my possession as far as a mic goes. Now, I'm not saying that I want to be the loudest guy out there, but what I'm striving for is good, clean audio and a great, strong signal. And apparently, with this combination that I'm running right now, it seems to be doing the trick. Then I've got one other little bitty piece, other than anything else sitting on this desk, that you may spot right now, and I have no idea. But I was given an ATS-20. This little radio is basically a shortwave. All right, I don't know much about them. I know that I can tune it to a plethora of bands. I mean, there's all kinds of bands. Right now, I'm actually monitoring, the 11-meter side, but I can also carry it up to mid-wave and shortwave, lower sideband and upper sideband. Thanks, Eric. I really appreciate that video, man, because I was completely lost. If you don't know him, he's got a great channel. It's called 4 Point Farms. He does a lot of radio stuff. If you want good information, check out Eric at 4 Point Farms. Then the last major piece that I've added to all of this is outside, and that is the Alpha V 5/8 aluminum ground plate. And man, what a difference it has made. When I had my Intron 99, I was only 23 feet at the bottom. And then the Intron itself was 16 feet tall, so 23, 16, 39 feet tall. Now, I have redone the entire pole setup out there. I have that crank up and all, the tilt over or whatever you want to call it. And the bottom of that antenna itself sits at 38 feet. All right. The Maco is roughly 20 feet. So I've got the tip of that antenna at about 50, well, let's say between 56 and 58 feet. Because I can't remember exactly what way it's mounted, the exact height. Sue me. But I'm at anywhere between 56 to 58 feet tall. The receive has just about doubled. And my friends that I talk to on a normal basis say that the radio is sounding choice. Coupled with that, I did change the last section. I have 2 sections of coax. The last section of coax goes to LMR 400, which was a game changer, and I will probably wind up running the entire length of the house with LMR 400 at some point. But yeah, that's it. Radio's doing great. Enjoying it a lot. Sorry that I hadn't updated anything. And if there's anything you guys want to see, put it down in the comments. I hope that you'll take a minute. Maybe, if you want to comment, man. I respond to everything. I enjoy it. I'm probably one of the most accessible people on this entire platform, you know, but what you see is what you get, and I hope that's good enough. But yeah, if there's anything you guys want to see, you want to see me try, if you want to set up something, maybe we'll do something on here, get a gate set or whatever they call it, you know. I could shoot some stuff on here of doing some contacting with you guys out there on a skip, whatever skips in, and we can get it posted up and you know, do whatever we do. But look, thanks for hanging out. You guys take good care of yourselves. Check on your neighbors. Remember to be kind to people and just be an all-around good human dude. And God bless America. She needs it terribly right now. Hope to catch you on the next one. Take care.